are the coolest dudes on the planet?
United States veterans.
What's the coolest sport on the planet?
Pro wrestling.
And what would be the coolest podcast on the planet? That would be this one.
U.S. military vets talking pro wrestling.
This is the No Shave Man Cave. Two badass disabled vets sharing their love of pro wrestling, giving you their perspective as fans, talking about current events and matches, history of titles, and who knows what else. Let's do it.
Welcome to the No Shave Men Cave. Now your hosts, Ellie Jair and Jay Tilley.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the No Shave Man Cave. And I want to bring in our wrestling fans. And after Monday Night Raw, you best be a sports entertainment fan. Baby boy, sons and daughters, I'm Ellie Jair.
I'm Jay Tilley.
Man, oh man, was it not great to see the three greatest letters in sports entertainment? What was it? F-U-C? No, that's only two. S-H-I? No, that's only three. Dude, what'd you think of Monday Night Raw, man?
Very, very disappointed. Another boring Raw that I felt like I expected a lot more from Raw because the ratings were out through the roof. You know they were going to have CM Punk on, so people who maybe are Lapsed fans or CM Punk fans that went to AEW now are pissed or whatever. You know all those people are going to show up that maybe haven't watched WWE, and I turned it on, and Edie was one of them. Edie was up here watching it. She's like, I want to see what Punk says. I'm like, all right. So we turned it on. Edie watches the first segment with Rhea and Randy Orton, and she's like, that was really boring. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why is he after the Bloodline, but yet he's still going to team with the Bloodline? And I'm like, yeah, I know. Yeah. Then the Tozawa stuff, and she just looked at me. She goes, Dad, this is like YouTube Kids. This is terrible. And then it got to the point where after the tag team turmoil stuff, she was like, it's so theatrical and over the top and overproduced. She's like, I can't watch this. And she left. She didn't even watch it all. She's like, I feel like I'm watching some YouTube Kids channel making fun of wrestling more than wrestling. And I was like, honey, I raised you on AEW and that's my fault. but yeah, I kind of agreed with her. Like, I'm watching it, and man, they could have come out with so many better. They could have given Chad Gable the rematch with Gunther on that show, because that would have grabbed people's eyes. I did like the Cody setup with Shinsuke. I think that's going to be a hell of a program, and I'm here for that one. It sucks. It's another program Shinsuke is going to lose, but I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I thought the direction they're going with Drew McIntyre is interesting. We'll see how that all works out. But yeah, overall, as far as a Raw goes, I just thought it was a bang average, kind of boring, same old Raw. I didn't get a whole lot out of it at all, which is what I was not hoping for.
Yeah. It's like, we talk about the follow-up from WrestleMania. We talk about, we're always talking about the night after. And you want to come out guns blazing right now because it's Monday night. You're going head-to-head against Monday Night Football. And, the almighty dollar is key, especially as you're getting ready to roll into this new TV deal. So it's like, okay, let's roll out the big guns. I really enjoyed Randy coming out, stomping around, signing that thing for Braden or Brandon, whoever the kid was, like, called it out. So, I was like, dude, that's really cool. He even made the comment of wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, there isn't a McMahon in charge anymore. But you're right. It's, it went a little bit long. Not that I didn't enjoy seeing mommy and daddy together, but it's, man, it went a couple minutes too long. And a few of the pieces, like you said, well, why is he so focused, but he's going to tag with, I can forgive, but I can't forget. And you're like, oh man, what is this going to turn into? And boom, my whole WrestleMania, match card completely changed.
Oh, as soon as CM Punk walked out on Survivor Series, my whole match card went up in flames. I'm like, well, that changes a lot. So
Yeah.
we'll see what that does to everything.
Yeah. So anytime I hear I'm home, who's the first person you think of when you hear that? For me personally, it's The Rock.
Yeah. The Rock has
So
come
as
back
soon
to
as
wherever. Yeah.
Yeah. Finally, The Rock has come home.
Yep.
And he's in Miami or so CM Punk, I know it's corny, blah, blah, blah. So instantly I'm thinking he almost believes it. And instantly, like I'm thinking they backed a Brink truck up and to the Bank of Chicago or wherever CM Punk is at. Oh, hey, let's throw in AJ as well. And I was just like, man, is he going to give me some corny ass line? So now instead of seeing Roman and The Rock, my WrestleMania card is now CM Punk against The Rock.
Oh, really? See, I think it's going to be CM Punk and Seth. I think they're going to build this shoot work thing with CM Punk and Seth, and that'll be your night one, and your night two will be Cody and Roman. That's what I see happening personally, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But
wow.
Yeah, I was going to wait to get into the CM Punk promo because I think that was the biggest disappointment I had.
Yeah.
Because
I was like, shoot. Man.
when Cody came, same thing happened, right? Cody's coming to Raw. Cody's coming. Man, I watched Raw front to back for like 3 weeks in a row until Cody showed up. Oh my god! And Cody's speech was great that Monday after WrestleMania. The show was pretty good too, but like his speech, his why I'm here made sense. I bought into it. I loved it. So I'm thinking, all right, CM Punk. I mean, CMMFN Punk, right? Like this is going to be
over a decade.
Yeah, this is going to be huge.
Yeah.
And he comes out, and I'm listening to the promo, and I'm like, this is a watered down, no passion behind it version of the AEW speech he gave when he showed up at the first dance or the last dance or whatever it was. Because that one, when he gave that speech, I felt it. I felt that passion he had for wrestling and being back. This to me really did feel like he just came back for the money, came back to kind of give the big F you to Tony Khan. And I just didn't buy into it. Now, could be story, right? It could be what they're going to lean into, and what they're going to lean into is like, hey, you're only here for the money, and Seth Rollins is going to kick back on that, and we're going to go. But I don't know. I just came out of it going, that was it. Like, no, I'm not saying I want him to take shots at AEW. I'm not saying I want him to bash the other company, but give me something original. Like, it was the exact same speech, except he substitutes 7 years to 10 years because he spent 3 years in AEW. And that was, I don't know. I was really disappointed in it. I was hoping for something like, hey, I came back here because it's a different place, because it really is, because Mr. Man's gone. And, another pipe bomb, like, hey, I've got a live mic. Here are the things I didn't like when I was here. Here's why I came back. This is what I've seen different. Maybe take a shot at Seth Rollins or whoever the people in the back were that are mad. I was just like, I don't know. I was really disappointed in the whole thing. And I'm a Punk fan. I enjoy Punk. I've always liked Punk, and I'm going to watch Raw to see what he's doing. However, I don't know if I'm going to watch it live like I did last night, or go back to just recording it, fast forward to the parts I want to see and be done with it. And that's, I guarantee they did a massive draw. I bet it's a 2.5 million rating or something. Like, I'm sure it was massive.
Yeah.
And the fact that the Monday night game was probably trash didn't hurt them any.
Garbaggio, yeah. It was Chicago
terrible.
won and they didn't score a touchdown.
Yeah, it was terrible.
I'm sorry, their offense did not score a touchdown. And like Monday Night Football, and just imagine, you got the Monday Night Wars along with Monday Night Football. And, you're going back and forth. You're recording one. You're on another TV trying to watch Monday Night Football because of the way the TV used to be. And yeah, I mean, you're really onto something, especially when you're talking about the money they could have made coming off of an awesome War Games. I really enjoyed War Games. I thought it was a lot of fun. The match, the women's match. I mean, if this was the UFC and they were given match of the night bonuses, that was so much fun. Io Sky coming off the top, just the bits and pieces. But then you come in to Monday night and you have Zoe take an L.
Yep.
I'm like, well, wait a minute. Why are we 50-50 booking here? Because you just put a rocket on her, and now you're gonna pin her clean against Nia Jax, who you cut because she was dangerous to work with. So all of that was super confusing. But then, they draw you in with the Alpha Academy, which Chad Gable and that thank you. I mean, it's like, yeah, I dug it.
And Tozawa's
Jelly
new
Roll.
dance.
I'm a huge.
The
Oh
Tozawa
yeah,
dance. I mean,
yeah, yeah,
but that
yeah.
was where Edie looked at me and she goes, "Are they making fun of wrestling?" I'm like, "Baby, it's WWE. It's not wrestling. It's sports entertainment. Just ride the wave."
Yeah, I like the crossover. They were in Tennessee. I'm a huge Jelly Roll fan. I enjoy country music and all his, everything he's got going on. He's got his fingers and everything. And now it's in WWE. And they got me with the start of the show with Randy Orton. Then they sprinkled a little bit of the vignettes and stuff in the back. I loved. Not loved, but I really enjoyed Randy's match. It was seeing him come back, and I had the same injury. Obviously, I didn't come back looking like Randy, Jack to the nines, and then you give CM Punk 9 minutes. There was no rollover. He got 9 minutes. He said what he said, and that was it. And I think you said it too, like sort of a watered down, I love you guys, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Like, you were the voice for the voiceless. Like, so super confusing. I want them to make up my mind. And my WWE brain kind of, hit the reset button. And I'm just waiting for Wednesday to come roll around and IT will come around and and fix my circuits. Like,
yeah,
okay,
I would
I'm
have
good now.
preferred-
Everything's well in the world.
Yeah. Okay. Wrestling's back now. I would have preferred like if Randy Orton made his, Daddy's Home line, then pop CM Punk's music, and he comes walk out and like, yeah, you called me. I am home. What do you want? Like that would have been an impactful instant feud with Randy Orton. Like there's so
Right.
much. Like I think the direction that could have gone would have been great. But yeah, as MJF called him PG Punk. Like that's how I was like, that kind of is what he felt like. He felt like a watered down version of him. And again, he has such a mind for the business, and Triple H is pretty decent at the booking stuff too. Like it could all be a work, and it could be they're going to use that promo to start developing this story going forward. And it's going to be this money driven,
that's a good.
not a voice of the voiceless CM Punk, which is fine. But I think you still should have done this show, this Impact, to really like nail home that this is the place to be. It should have been a bang in your face CM Punk mic drop promo, and then you could have used the drop a line about the money, and then you go. I just felt like it wasn't grabbing enough to where I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to see what he's going to do next week. Now I'm just like, oh, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I was more intrigued by what Seth Rollins said about him than himself when Seth had told him to chant his name, and he goes, all right, I don't want to hear anything else about that hypocrite. I was like, oh, here we go. It's on. And then CM Punk doesn't do anything. I'm just like, what?
So what did you think about the wise man comment?
I think there's a lot to that. I'm thinking that we're going to see a pairing of CM Punk and Paul Heyman again. And maybe we are going to see Punk and Rollins or Punk and Roman, but I really think it's going to be Rollins. I think you're going to see Punk and Cody as the champions coming out of WrestleMania.
Really?
Yep. I think you're going to see two former AEW guys will be the two champions.
Yeah. I'm sitting over here with the Nightmare title, and I'm walking down the American Nightmare, Dusty Rhodes, and Cody saying he allowed me and all this other stuff. I don't think Cody can turn around and win the Royal Rumble 2 years in a row. But if anybody can, obviously, the pencils behind the rocket ship, the machine, is going to be behind Jade Cargill and Cody Rhodes, especially on the heels of what Roman Reigns has done. And now we're talking about doing a premium live event in Paris.
Yeah.
And you're just like, hey, as long as it's not in 24 or whatever. And I was like, what? So, in my Cody heart, I want Cody to win at WrestleMania. And, the fact that we're going to be there, we're going to make a stop at Ton Tavern. Anyone wants to come check us out? We're going to be hanging and banging over at Ton Tavern, and we're going to be sampling the city's fare, if you will, hitting all the hot spots with the Philly cheese.
Hopefully,
But dude,
hopefully going to the Busted Open party, and if the What Culture guys are having one, hopefully
yeah,
going to that. So
heck yeah, man. I
want to have a blast.
yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and it's oh man, if I see, I haven't been able to go to a Super Bowl. I'd love to go to a Super Bowl where the New York Football Giants come out Super Bowl champions. I've been able to go to baseball games. I went to a Cal Ripken game when he had 4 more games until he broke the Ironman record. So I thought that was really cool. I got to see the Texans' first football game. Man, Derek Carr got schwacked. They played the Chargers, and I was like, dude, we were right on the field. I mean, it was nuts. But to see WrestleMania, you're at WrestleMania. Selfishly, I'm super jacked. You got us 6 seats. Super excited about what we're gonna go through, what we're gonna see. But dude, if I get to see Cody MF and Rhodes win the undisputed Universal Championship,
it's gonna be nuts.
The entire landscape of professional wrestling, sports entertainment as we know it. This is a dude who started his own company and said, if you beat me, I will never challenge for the world title. And not that, the TNT title isn't cool, but like he's going to turn around and win the undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion. For his dad, for him, for the Rhodes family. There is more than one royal family in professional wrestling. Dude, I am going to lose my beep.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Man.
You're going to be running to the merch stand afterwards. Where's the shirt? Where's the shirt? And new.
And new.
Yeah,
bro.
The pyro that'll go off. It'll be. I can't wait. Like, I'm so excited to go watch WrestleMania and experience the weekend. Like I said, try to get into all the little fun events. If anybody does a show in the ECW arena, I want to go check that out.
Yeah.
And then, it'll be fun. I need to get our hotel rooms like pretty soon, I guess. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Get our hotel rooms.
Oh shoot. Yeah.
We kind of need a place to stay. Otherwise it'll be a long, cold sitting in a car freezing.
Yeah. It was a rental car.
Yeah. A rental car freezing up there.
Sheesh.
No, we'll get a room, but I'll look at doing that this week for sure. But so just back on the CM Punk thing real quick. What do you think's going through poor Tony Khan's head right now? Like, he has got to be like freaking out a little bit, I would think.
Maybe a little bit. I think, AEW, I'm trying to think of the right way to put that. Like, there's less. So unfortunately, there's less expected from AEW because it's a wrestling company. It's not a sports entertainment entity conglomeration. They're involved in studio production and in collaboration with TKO and UFC and everything. But they just got Edge.
Yeah.
They just signed freaking one of the, if not the best wrestler on the planet right now in Will Ospreay. And they got to rid themselves of CM Punk.
True.
And the divisive nature, or however you want to look at CM Punk, like and I say they, I'm doing air quotes for those who are listening on your podcast machine. Like, they had the eye toward the future. CM Punk may or may not be stuck, somewhere between 10 years ago and yesterday. And, they just couldn't kumbaya the thing. And, CM Punk going to the WWE, he is and I don't want to say he's a pawn, but he's definitely not the king or queen. He might be a knight or something. He'll be able to do more than just like one square left or right. But I think, I think Tony is like, okay, well, I rid myself of 3 million off the payroll, and I still have, the video catalog of the Wembley match and, the last 3 years of CM Punk and everything. And that's not for nothing for Tony Khan to be able to say, this just hit me right now. Tony Khan can look at it one of two ways. One, heck yeah, CM Punk is off the payroll. I don't have to deal with him anymore. Wait a minute. The Bucks, you guys are taking time off? I just lost Cody Rhodes, and Omega isn't who he used to be. And now I've got him tag teaming with Jericho. And over here, you have CM Punk talking about, I'm home. So it's like, you could look at it one of two ways. One, hell yeah, I don't have CM Punk to worry about mixing up the locker room. And now I can build younger stars. And hopefully they do something with, like, all ego.
Who is looking
Darby
shredded.
Allen's dude.
Have you seen him on Twitter lately? That dude put in some gym work. Woof.
Yeah. And he's he's feeling a certain kind of way being over at Ring of Honor. But if Paige is listening, whatever, or anyone else, like, think about who has walked through the halls and stepped into the ring for Ring of Honor, the lineage that Ring of Honor has, and where some of those amazing wrestlers came from and where they are now. And this just might be a chapter, and he may, get the rocket slapped to him because he's going to do some big things. I don't know what they're doing with this Continental Championship, merging 3 different titles. And, like, you're taking a world title away, trying to get a TV deal with a wrestling company that doesn't have a world title. You've merged it with another company in Japan who was supposed to be doing some kind of New Japan Strong with the entity in California, and that's, like, been completely silent. But sorry, back to your original question. What do you think Tony Khan is thinking? Last night after Monday Night Raw, he was like, "Woo, we made the right call."
That's what I was thinking too. I think Survivor Series was like, "Oh no, what have I done?" After last night, it's like, "Oh, I'm okay. We're good."
Oh, never mind.
So
false alarm.
Here's another one for you then. What do you do with Jack Perry? So you don't want to go fire him, which I don't think they will anyway. But if you fire him, WWE swipes him up. Now you've got a storyline between Jack Perry and CM Punk.
Ooh,
do you
that'd be a good one.
Bring him on camera? Everybody's going to hate him and boo him. Personally, I say bring him out. Let him be an uber heel. Have him come out and go, I ran that guy out of this company. He couldn't take what these young guys are doing. He's another old geezer we got rid of. And then, like, that's what I think. I think you bring him back on TV soon, like Wednesday night, and be like, I ran him out of the company, and I'd bring him out with a haircut. Hell, have him come out with Christian Cage and Christian Cage's family or something. Just have him impactful comeback and just be that uber heel talking about how he ran CM Punk out of the company and he's no longer a cancer in AEW because of, and maybe that'll be spiteful, or maybe you don't do it. Maybe you don't lean into that hard. Maybe you just come back and, I don't know. He's going to get booed when he comes back. And I think they lean into it and make him that heel and just let him run with it.
Yeah. If they try and hide from it, you're like, well, why are you recasting, why are you recasting Perry when, in essence, indirectly, he's responsible for CM Punk going away? Now, what would be really cool is if you wanted to spin it, and so now Punk is gone. You've got the Bucks that are off on their hiatus. Omega is doing whatever. Hangman is in this feud with the next, if not next, future world champion Swerve Strickland. And Jack comes out, and he can either play, depending on what the crowd is doing, like, you're welcome. You're welcome. You no need to thank me. I'm going to pat myself on my own back for getting rid of CM Punk. And, Tony Khan, whenever you're ready to do the right thing, and you could reboot the 4 pillars as soon as Darby comes back from climbing Himalaya. I mean, dude, you are on to something with the many faces of Perry that oh my God.
So the rumor, I just thought of this and I'm like, oh, this would be genius. So the rumor is the Bucks are going to go away for a little bit, and then they're going to come back and they want to form a heel faction. Bring them back with Jack Perry. Now you've got the 3 major people who had an issue with CM Punk in one thing. And I don't know if they're going to bring a 4th or whatever. I mean, we like to do 4s, but you've got all 3 of them coming out, and they could come out wearing CM Punk colors, or whatever, and maybe not directly reference it, which I understand we don't want to, but that's an immediate connection with those 3. And the way AEW likes to storytell, where you get the minute details, but yet they don't always say it out loud. Everybody could put all that together, and I think that would be a great little heel trio. They're all three really good friends anyway. I think that'd be the way to do it personally.
Man. Okay, so you got oh, man. Okay.
And
Oh
hell,
man,
throw
my
Colt
wheels.
Cabana in it too.
Oh, dude, you push Colt Cabana. He does some kind of angle where he rejects the Callis family. Hey, Colt, you're a wrestling icon, and you're doing all this multimedia, and the road that you've traveled. You need to be recognized. Blah blah blah. Colt comes and he's on the fence, and then boom, the Bucks music hits. He comes out, and Colt Cabana and Jack Perry join the Bucks in some kind of, I'm trying to think of what they would be called, the Jungle Bucks or whatever, in the cabana. Jungle Bucks in the cabana. And dude, yeah, that would be
cool.
That would be something.
That would be a way to answer the CM Punk thing without directly answering the CM Punk thing.
Yeah,
I'd be down for that.
I'm trying to think of some of the comments, like some of the wording in the Punk promo that was the closest thing to WWE acknowledging that AEW exists.
Well, I
It's
mean,
like,
the closest they've come is when Cody mentioned being a VP somewhere. So they've mentioned it before or skirted around it. But yeah, I don't know.
Dude.
I don't know. Well, let's, what do you guys think? Let us know in our comments on YouTube and Rumble. We are live there every Tuesdays and Thursdays. Hopefully back to every Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Hopefully.
I should be good to go Thursday, so we should be able to get 2 out this week. So make sure you check us out, like, share, subscribe to our channels, and don't forget to check us out on social media. No Shave Man Cave on X, formerly known Twitter, on TikTok, Instagram, wherever you get your social media fix, because that is as addictive as drugs, I think, sometimes in that social media.
Yeah, I've been a lot more active on Threads, so come check us out. And Jay Tilley's got some work going on in the ethers. You might be able to get a hold of something that I am wearing on my grape. Got a crew that hooked us up with a demo. Got the No Shave Man Cave flex fitted hat.
I'm a little jealous you didn't give me one.
Yeah, no, I didn't want to get you some Buster situation, but hey, we'll be coming at you. Cali Pros, they really hooked it up. Dropped the old logo in there. Great fit, and I like bent bills.
Me too.
So this was right as rain. So thank you to them, and we'll be hitting you up. And I'm not a Dolphins fan, but if you look, it's very dolphin-y.
Is it? That's awesome.
Do I happen to know a Dolphins fan anywhere? But super comfortable.
Cool.
Great depth, and the embroidery was sick. And I was worried it would be all like clumped up and stuff.
Yeah, no, it looks good.
And it turned out really good. So yeah. So we'll get you hooked up.
So on that note,
you can get them in.
Go ahead.
What's that?
Nope. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, you can get them in all different colors. Similar to the color of hat that Jay Tilley is wearing, which is the 2 years ago, the Crucial Catch, 2 seasons ago, that the Crucial Catch, kind of a tie-dye look. They have that, and they've got some bucket hats and stuff like that. So we'll be getting some prototypes out there. So super cool. And yeah, again, thanks to Cali Pro for hooking it up.
Yep. And on the things we're working on, we will have a website up and running shortly. Hopefully, we'll be having, obviously, we'll stash the links for all of our shows. Also, maybe some columns that I might write about wrestling news and stuff. And my daughter wants to write opinion news, so we're going to throw some stuff on there. On that will also be merch. We're going to do some T-shirts, some hats. As we're growing, we're going to start merching out and giving some merch for you guys to purchase and check out. We also are setting up a Patreon, so that'll be coming soon. Hopefully by next week, we'll have that set up, and we'll start, asking you guys to donate. And if you like, we'll start getting some tiers set up for live content or whatnot. So in the works. A little slow getting to those things, but that's all right. We'll get them. I can probably say we honestly didn't think we'd be still going almost a year into it now and going stronger than ever and hard as ever. So some special guests coming up. Next month we're going to do our top top 5 matches each. I've got a couple special guests lined up that I haven't even told you about yet that may be joining us for those. So
thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you might have a special guest adding to that list.
I think I like this hat.
It's a very nice hat. Yeah. So, the intention is hopefully when we do our top 5s, we'll do ours and then hopefully get some people on that might want to, if they can, come on and talk about their favorite matches and what they saw this year that they are impressed with. Going to try to line up some bourbon tastings with some other special guests, so we'll look into that also. But those are things down there.
5 on it.
What's that?
Whew. I got 5 on it. I just got thirsty.
Yeah, when you brought that up, I'm like, I bet I could reach out to that one we did with a while ago and set some stuff up. So we'll see about doing all that and maybe get some familiar faces on here to do those. But cool. Things are growing and popping off, and we love it, and we're going to keep going. So we appreciate everybody's support. Like, share, subscribe. I already said that, but I'm going to say it again. Doesn't cost you anything. It's free. Just hit that like button or that subscribe button. And if you don't like us in the road, down, unsubscribe, but you'll like us. It's cool. And that's all I've got. It's time for the hot tag out, man. What do you got?
Bump and feed. Thanks again to Jay Tilley and all the hard work he's doing behind the scenes for the No Shave Man Cave and Veterans Championship Wrestling. To all our friends and family who put up with our wrestling addict behavior, there is no 12-step program. It is one continuous stream of professional wrestling isms, and super excited. We're going to be queuing up some really fun stuff. And there seems to be a love and need in the wrestling world for live reactions. So we're going to start dropping some live reactions. And, of course, we're going to be here, like Jay Tilley said, every Tuesday and Thursday. We also have our Saturday show that we're going to be dropping along with Fantasy Sports Corp and our channel over on the Tube of YouTube. And super excited for everything that we got going on. We're coming up on Christmas. We're coming up on New Year's. We're going to do some resolution shows. We've got our Mount Rushmores, the best of, super jacked. And, of course, we couldn't do it without you. And we couldn't do it for the reason why we started this whole damn show is to talk about our awesome service members and veterans who are also wrestling fans. Thank you so much for what you do for this great country. Keep doing what you do, kick some ass, and get on home. Until next time, friends, fam, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you on the floor.
You've been listening to the No Shave Man Cave.
If it's pro wrestling, we're talking about it. Unless we see something shiny and wander off into the woods. If you hang around long enough, we'll eventually come back. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Fire off your comments and be sure to leave us a 5-star rating, and we'll be back soon. But in the meantime, hit us up on Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at No Shave Men Cave. Y'all be cool, and we'll see you next time on the floor.